The airbrushing has been non-stop this morning, but the 262. I did get the splinter taped off. I applied a darker green on there and removed the tape. And I do a splinter pattern where it's very faint, and if you can see it in the light, it's very subtle. That's the way I do it. I like it that way. I don't like it, an absolutely dark green. Contrast with the light green. I like it a very subtle camo, and that's just the way I do it. I got a little bit of molting on here. Probably what I'm going to do is take some black green, wherever that's at, probably in here somewhere, and I'm going to probably make a little bit more molting, just very fine, just to give it a little more pizzazz. And then I'm ready for decals on that, and then of course I got to paint the landing gears and the tires and all that stuff, which we'll get to either later today or the beginning of the week. But then we're going to start decals next week, especially probably tomorrow. So that's where I stand on the 262. The P47. Last I left off, I did get the bottom here painted. The Tamiya aluminum. I still got to paint the tire and everything on there, but I did get the top on, which is it's supposed to be a light bluish color. I couldn't really find one for the American that I liked for well, so I used a little bit of a British blue with a little white in it. It's a little more darker than it should be, but it works out just fine. I did a Tamiya olive drab for the camo, and I just did it freehand. And again, I like to do a subtle faded look on it. I think it just gives it more battle worn, a little bit of weathering while you're at it, and it's kind of my style of doing stuff on that. And then today I masked off the yellow tail, which is kind of more of an orangey tail that goes on the instructions, but we're going to say it's yellow because it's close enough, and I got that on both sides. And for the, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be red, maybe reddish orange for the cowling there. So I did Tamiya flat red on that. And once that dries, I'll pull the tape off, and then we'll just do a little bit of post shading. And then I'll seal that, and then we can start decals next week too with the 262. So we can do this both at the same time. But I'm almost done painting. I just got to paint like the propeller, and of course I got to paint the landing gears, do the struts, and basically just put a little bit of wash on there, and I'll be done with that and be ready to rock and roll. The creeper truck. Last I left off on that, I did put another deal of salt on, not a whole lot, just a few little areas. I went back in with a little more blue and a little more green. Maybe y'all can see the green spots in there. Got it painted. I raked the salt off, and then I'm basically pretty much done with it. Next is what I got to do now is go back in and clean up the windows just a little bit, put the headlights on, and I'm probably going to have to just take like clear and just make headlights for the top, because I don't think there is any in the kits up there. But anyway, I'll jump that bridge when I get there. I'm pretty much done. I want to do a little post shading. I'm going to use some wherever I put it, my inks, because they're transparent, and it'll make it just a tad bit darker in some places, and it should be just a little more weathered. And this morning I went in and painted the tires, painted the bottom here. Of course, you won't be able to see the expandable foam there if you just flip it on the bottom, but that'll be pretty much it. I'll probably spray like I don't know, a little bit of a gray in there just to just make it look dirty, with a little brown, make it look dusty, and that's it. There's two types of colors I like for tires. If you notice here, Tamiya's got NATO black. I think it's a excellent tire color. But also for tires, I love Badger's Spectra Black. I think that just gives it an excellent rubber sheen, almost like a semi-gloss. And that's what I like to use for post shading when I post shade models. I just think it just gives the tires just a nice good sheen look. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. So we're getting real close to being done with the creeper truck. Then I can start painting the good guy's car, and we'll jump that bridge when we get there too. Flash Gordon, I did fix the master on the base. If you notice the little lump here, that's where I dropped it, and the foam came out. And needless to say, I was a little mad. But anyway, I got that fixed. I'm going to vacuum form some more this evening. Make sure we are good to go, and then I'll be able to get one assembled, and we can start building it, because I got this going on an online thread build too, so everyone can see how it's built and see if we can pedal some. Anyway, that's on the agenda. I'm going to redo my I'm going to make some more clear parts. However, we'll do this on a bigger machine just to make it easier. But I did take a prototype pull, and I did cut it out. I got to sand more on the top here just to get it flush, but I did get it super glued on. It's just so it's easier for me to hold. You can see I got it somewhat primered. Just got to finish sanding the rim here so I can add the clear part on top. Basically, the new helmet will look like that. Just makes it a little more Mongo, you know, from the planet Mongo. Just gives a little more Flash Gordon feel to it. For the laser, I took some styrene tube, and I just whittled here and there and added a scope to the laser. Just makes it look like it's part of the kit, and just gives a little more pizzazz. And over the primer, I decided to do a little pre-shading, just darken areas, just to get him all taken care of there, just to give more shadows. You can't, you know, there's no wrong or right way to paint. I mean, if you want to paint with a brush, that's fine. Want to airbrush, it's fine. I mean, just, you know, whatever floats your boat. I just want to do it this way. It just makes it bigger surface, just like painting a, you know, a car or airbrushing a plane, tank, whatever. You can do the same thing with a figure. And for the colors, I decided I wanted to go this way. Wrong one. Go here. And want to go with a red suit like in the comics. I think that is pretty much his traditional colors. I like I was going to do probably the whole red, but I decided I'm probably just going to do the top red, and then I want to kind of incorporate the cartoon, the comic, and basically a movie all in one. And I'm probably going to go with blue pants, and since he's got the yellow stripe on the leg, just do that just to give him a little bit of color. Something kind of like that. That's basically what I was aiming for. I made, you know, I'll do a red top and blue bottoms there, and of course get the yellow. And that should incorporate all the colors of Flash Gordon, you know, from the comics, the TV, the cartoon, you know, and the movies. So that's my game plan on that. So that's hopefully he'll start taking shape within a couple of days, so I can at least get the base coat on him. Anyway, that's what I've got going on today. P47's getting real closer to getting its paint done. So is the 262 getting ready for decal duty. Painting Flash Gordon, and we are getting real close to being done on the creeper truck. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.